what's going on everybody, and welcome to the Occult Gaming channel with me, your host Boatload, and welcome to Lost Kingdoms 2 for the Occult Gaming channel. I did just record several hours of footage for you guys, but it was all a fail because I went to the Rūn II Forest and had not too good of a time with it. So in order to do that stage over again, and because I actually hadn't grinded like I promised you guys I would, I actually decided to re-record that episode. But I will be releasing footage. Hopefully I've already done so, of a kind of in-between episode to show you guys like a really good spot to grind and stuff like that. And in case you guys aren't interested in that particular thing, you're not interested in like half episodes, I'm gonna just show you guys right quick my farming route for leveling up. As you can see, currently I am level 8. I believe I leveled up 3 levels. Some of my stats went up, such as my machine there. See if I can go down and hover over it. My mech cards have went up by 1 level. And again, I've gone up about, I believe, 3 levels from where I was before. I changed the deck up a little bit because some cards were more effective for the farming. Such as Mandragora. I think I added an additional one, and some other cards as well. This is kind of what I'm rolling with currently. And these guys aren't the best for the farm, but I took them with me as well. But let's just go ahead and get right into it. I think the thing you want to take the most of is probably the skeleton here. He's going to do really well. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to, you know what, I'm not gonna, I should do that before I started the episode. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it started. Oh man, I gotta show you guys all this artwork. Like, I've been seeing, like, every loading screen has had artwork that I've never seen before. So I'm gonna have to show you guys, like, incorporate those loading screens that I saw, like, I say off camera, but I was recording it just in case I missed anything. And I did record quite a few cool moments from just the grinding I was doing. So for this, you want to actually go straight down. You want to stop at probably, because here you actually don't face enemies for quite a while. But eventually you're going to get some encounters. By about the 4th encounter, so we're going to count this as the first encounter. Whatever. Normally I don't get hit here, but it is what it is. So you can skip these guys. You can get some experience from them, but we actually want to wait until we're all the way down here. I'm getting like all the afflictions this time around. Like before I wasn't able to bypass this pretty easily. So that was the first encounter. The second encounter is coming up. Like I said, you guys can engage in these, is no problem. But the really good stuff is up above, so that's why I'm skipping this stuff. So that was encounter 2. This will be encounter 3. Coming up. Or no, this is the, normally this is the 4th encounter, I believe. Could be wrong, but anyway, this is where you want to train at. These enemies are forever replenishing, and so your best bet, actually, I should have primed my cards. Your best bet actually right here is to get some a couple of really good independent monsters, maybe even like 3 of them. Just so happens that they really did not start me off with my independent stuff. But we're gonna run with these 2, and these 2 are gonna do really good. Get rid of everything that's not, and even Porky Pig does good here. So if you want to take a couple Porky Pigs here to train, this is actually a good spot. The Porky Pigs take out the small bugs pretty well. Unfortunately, if enemies go over there, your enemies will get caught up in those soul stealing lasers. Okay, but look at Porky Pig. Porky Pig. You do really well. You can get like a lot of stone here. Plus creature experience. So in this case, I'm not doing as well as I was before. Like before, I did tremendously well just coming through here and getting a bunch of kills or whatnot. Normally the enemies don't separate like they are here. It's pretty rare for like one enemy to be like all the way over there, at least from what I was doing. But once the enemies start going over there, that's when it becomes a little bit more annoying. Because you want to group them up over here to where you don't have to worry about the lasers, and to where you can kind of one-shot them like all at once. These guys, if you're using like a sword weapon like that, you kind of want to wait till they jump to hit them. So they are a small target. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, they keep coming back. Really good training. I'm only doing a few more times, like one more after this one, just to show you guys. How'd that miss you? And of course, they're annoying this time. Like, yeah, because they're like all the way over there. Super annoying. Let's see if I can hit him. Alright, whatever. They're kind of annoying. I'm going to see if I can kill him, and I'm just going to end it there. I did want to show you guys, like, the skeleton, but they're being, like, massively obnoxious right now. Okay, let me do Porky Pig. Porky Pig, skeleton. We'll get rid of these Hagans for now. You guys do the work. We'll throw that out as well. There they go. Just because these guys are annoying, I'll do my Dragger there so they don't continue to retreat backwards. And Dragger did his job. Okay, you guys got to come over here. As you can see, as long as the enemies don't get to wander too far, these guys, they rake up the damage. Alright, just about done here. I'm taking advantage of the farming. If you bring the robot's not a good idea because the flares can one-shot the robot, unfortunately. But if you got a bunch of skeletons you've been using, definitely bring the skeletons because they clean up here. Okay, gotta get him out before they spawn, otherwise they can kill him. Like they just did. This guy does pretty well too, the blood bush. The blood bush actually does 2 hits. I figured that out when I was training. When I was grinding, farming, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and he just got one shot by the laser. Okay. Yeah, these guys are like the most annoying to hit. Wow. Did he one-shot him? I think that one-shot him. Yeah, that one-shot him. Wow. I don't know why I did that. Oh, let me show you guys the scythe. I don't know if I did that one on camera. Scythe has a crazy awesome hitbox. So you see all these enemies around me? I believe the scythe can also hit behind you. So let me get like a circle. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. This. Look at that thing. Crazy good. Okay, this is it. This is it. I'm not gonna milk it too much, because I really could. So apologies about that. I'll try to edit that down as much as I can, but I just wanted to show you guys a really good farming spot. And then we're gonna go also to the card shop like I promised. Buy some cards. Get the good stuff. This one we've seen before. Right. We can upgrade some stuff. We can buy some stuff. I for sure wanted to get the Sea Monk. Guess we can get Sea Monk and Kotobupas. Or I can wait. I think the Sea Monk is going to be available for quite some time. So I can just get all the stuff I don't currently have. I think that's a good idea. I think for sure I want to get the Kotobupas first. These two alone are going to take like most of my money. This guy I'll wait to get him. Neutral helper. Kotobupas, Earth Independent, level 5. So I think he's upped in level. I don't think he was that high before. He's of average lifespan. Well, he's really good lifespan, but I was referring to his HP. Of average survivability, I should say. Petrifying Gaze sounds really good. They might have buffed him. An independent type creature, the Kotobupas has high endurance but is entirely immobile. The single eye of this creature can turn enemies into stone. An immobile four-legged monster with an extremely long neck. I remember that cracked me up before. The single eye in the forehead of the Kotobupas emits a beam of light capable of turning anyone hit into stone. Or to stone. Pretty much identical as an enemy and a helper. But he's probably going to be really good. The 5-star requirement. I'm going to for sure want to use him. Get Ray because he's cheap. We'll get Treant. I didn't read Ray, I'm sorry. 1-star requirement, level 1, 15. Web type creature, a good choice against enemies with strong defenses since the attack of a flying ray ignores defensive ability. That's cool. Stingray of the sky. When the flying ray spots a victim, it dives into the earth and waits for them to approach before leaping out and charging into them. So I think you can count flying ray into the compendium of FromSoft monsters. For instance, with Enchanted Arms, there's quite a lot of crossover with monsters in this game and the Souls series. As a monster, he's pretty good. And we got the Tree Ant, who is a defensive power-up, long lifespan, average survivability, 5-star requirement, a summons creature that will boost the defensive power of all friendly creatures for as long as it remains on the battlefield. A Tree Ant is an ancient tree that has become sentient. While on the battlefield, a Tree Ant will boost the defensive power of all his allies. Right, and we will get the Tree Ant next. We already have many of these, so I won't worry about that. The Wizard, 360. Slightly higher than normal survivability. He is a helper type with the power of magic, fire element, a unique card to be used in conjunction with other cards. While on the battlefield, the wizard will boost the hitting power of all friendly creatures. This being uses its wizard staff to manipulate fire. The magic fire of a wizard will raise the offensive power of every creature on its side. I was looking at his cards I was reading, and like his eyes kind of, I don't know if those are all eyes, but they kind of like took me by surprise there a little bit. Right. Did we buy the wizard? No, we did not buy the wizard. Kitty trap. How much money do we have? So we can get bam and bam and we're good. Or can we? Yes, we can. Okay. Okay. Kitty trap, fire helper. Low, very low survivability. Long lifespan though. It is a trap, and it does thorny magic, which does a decent amount of damage. A trap creature that marks its territory with a pillar of fire. When an enemy approaches, the pillar will explode and the kitty trap will disappear. It can cause petrification damage. So I don't like the art this time around. It looks like they used a real cat. Before it was like this kind of like a 90s anime aesthetic to it. Now it's kind of photorealistic. It's pretty weak as an enemy as well. It's probably a trap as an enemy also, but it does a lot less damage. Same spell, yeah. These intelligent traps were created by a wizard who loved cats. They mark out a piece of territory with a ring of fire. Anyone entering that space will suffer paralysis and petrification conditions. And bought. And Rebus, last but not least. Rebus was like the beginning level healer, like a secondary fairy, and then he seems to have retained that same status. Level 4, stone requirement 5, pretty low on the survivability totem pole. Healing touch heals. A mysterious creature of magic that appears in unison with the tree of life. By approaching the tree, a player can regain lost hit points. A creature with the power of healing does not appear as an enemy monster. Gotcha. Pretty awesome. I think we're going to incorporate Rebus into the deck as well. Probably we're going to use Rebus over the fairy. And we have quite a bit of cards to upgrade. We can turn Skeleton into the Undead Knight or the Wraith. And we're going to want to actually copy the Skeleton because we don't have a lot of them. 2000. Right. Still has a lot of points. I think we can do everything. We can make even one more skeleton. Excuse me. Duplicate it one more time, and we can make both upgrades. Right, let's go tonight. Oh man, that's cool. He has a pole arm. Wraith. Weapon type creature that hurls innumerable chunks of ice forward in a limited arc. 30% of the damage done by the Wraith is redirected to the summoner as hit points. Cool. I don't know if it did that before. That's pretty cool. An undead sorcerer, the Wraith pounds its enemies with innumerable chunks of ice. Conscious of its weak life force, a Wraith will always try to keep distance between itself and its prey. Icicle. Okay. Let's read the Undead Knight as well. Fire independent, 54. Slightly above average survivability, or no average survivability, with a very low lifespan. Let me actually check out the skeletons. Yeah, it's even lower than the skeleton's lifespan. Lance thrust. Pretty high attack power though. Skeletal Warrior, a very powerful independent creature with short longevity. Skeleton wreathed in flames, does not appear as an enemy monster. Alright. Okay, make the Wraith. Cool. No pun intended. And he still has some HP, some XP left. So we'll make one more. I'm gonna for sure farm that spot off camera. Like crazy. Okay. So we're done with the skeleton as far as that goes. See what we can do with this. We already know what we can do with this. What can we do with Mandragora? Whoa, Mandragora Dancer. Okay. We did read the Myconoi, right? Yeah. Oops, sorry. Okay. Okay. Average survivability, long lifespan. I believe he's gonna be stronger than the Mandragora. By just a little bit. Just a little bit. A strange plant that can it can walk around. When it finds an enemy, it runs up behind it, unleashes a piercing scream, then dies. Packs a powerful punch that can penetrate any defense. Awesome. That's what makes the Mandragora so good, that its attack actually ignores defense. A plant that can walk around. This peculiar creature walks up behind its foe, emits a piercing scream, then dies a moment later. The strange way it moves makes it appear to be dancing. Oh, we gotta actually deal with these as well. Alright. I'm gonna wait to see what the last upgrade is. I didn't really use this any more than I already had. This, let's level up too. Get all of them. Bumhagen. I can actually I can copy that twice and still make the Bumhagen, so let me do that. I do want to see what it looks like though, the first time. Kinda wish I dedicated an episode to just upgrading stuff. Doing this. This is pretty important though. Okay, twice. Can't really duplicate like 3 times, but I ain't gonna worry about it. Right, we got the Hagens. We got as many Hagens as we could ever ask for. And he is the Earth version of those. Hey, why does his art look so different though compared to theirs? So close. Stone requirement 4, level 2. Hip hop 35, bad gas 55. He sounds like a more competent version of the what's that thing called? The something goblin, the hobgoblin. A yellow ogre with 2 unique methods of attack. It can cause damage to several enemies at once with its bad gas attack, or can try to land a difficult but lethal hip hop attack. A yellow ogre blessed with a generously sized rear end that he uses to smother his foes. Alright. So bum goblin, not as in lazy, bum goblin as in that ass. Alright. Great, yeah, we're making it. Bumhagen. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, guys, that I did it's gonna be in the half episode I'm posting, but I did manage to alter the visuals. You probably already noticed. What I'm looking at on my screen now is a offset image, naturally with my recording equipment, as well as the way the GameCube captures the image is naturally offset when I'm using the component cables. It's naturally offset towards the right hand side, so I don't know if this is going to look good or not. I'm going to have to see during the editing, but I've offset it in OBS. I've offset it to the left hand side a little bit to even it up, so it's probably still going to be uneven, but it's going to be probably the best it's looked, even better than the first Lost Kingdoms, which was, I think all those episodes were offset. Oh wow, so I can make Kotobu passes whenever with this thing. Also Plague Rats and Golden Porky Pig. Alright, Porky Pig was doing a lot of damage. I hadn't even used him that much, to be honest with you, but he did so much. He put in so much work. I probably only summoned him maybe 3 or 4 times. He died pretty quick the last couple of times I used him, but he still absorbed like a lot of experience points. So I think those bugs are worth a lot. Okay, so let's see what we can do with Porky Pig. See what we got here. Golden Porky Pig, Earth Independent, headbutt, running attack, ramming attack. An independent creature, its small size makes it difficult for the enemy to hit. Its hitting power is relatively high, and it carries the threat of poison. That's awesome. So it's like a buffed out version of the Porky Pig. Y'all can get behind. It's Earth Elements, 2 stones, which is cheap. I would say a moderate amount of survivability, a little bit below average, and it's a bit better as a helper. A rare magical creature thought to inhabit the white area, so White Castle's probably coming up. The spines on its head are poisonous. If defeated, it will disappear in a shower of magic stones. It's kind of awesome. Plague Rat, looks like he had a, no pun intended, a little glow up. Earth Helper, 4 stars. I would say a low level of survivability, unique skill, Toxic Glow. A germ-infested giant rodent that makes all poison 5 times as effective as normal. It will not poison anyone by itself. Most effective when used together with a second poison-inducing monster. So I will be making a poison deck. As a creature, it is quite weak. These giant rats are carriers of every disease known to Arcwild. They poison anyone near them with the deadly supervirus. I'm probably just gonna use Porky Pig as a catalyst to make probably just these 2. I'm probably gonna be making tons of, probably make maybe 1 or 2 more Kotobo pastas depending on how good they are, and like probably make a bunch of these. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna eventually make a bunch of these. Okay, so we got 2 Porky Pigs. We're gonna want to clone at least 1. I'm probably gonna clone twice. Thinking we're gonna clone twice. Alright, that's what Porky Pig looks like. Not too impressive. Right, and upgrade. Gonna get the golden one. Right, and we're gonna get the Plague Rats. Looks kind of cool. Alright, so we done good. Looks like Rockhagen can also upgrade to Sasquatch. I'm gonna hold off on reading Sasquatch, since I'm not gonna make him just now. I think we're good. I think that's... Oh, we got more stuff here we can do. We can make Hydra. I'm gonna hold off on reading Hydra. We got Horus, 187, daily number 187. We can actually make that too, but I'm not gonna make that yet. So I'm gonna hold off on reading about Horus. So I'm not gonna make Horus just yet. We also got Rubber Froggy. Hold off on reading about that, and we got all the stuff here as well. Gonna hold off on reading about all of that stuff. Hold on, okay, I was reading that wrong. Okay. Okay. I think we did good. Yeah, I think we did good. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do with the episode. Okay. So if I read more cards, this whole episode will just be dedicated to card reading. So I think I'm just gonna do that, and then next episode will be the exploration episode. So let's just read what we can read. Okay, so we can make Sprite, Dark Sprite, and Pop Gun Charlie, which we read Pop Gun Charlie last time. Let's see what Sprite's about. Water Helper heals, better version of Fairy. A fairy with the power of healing. When this fairy is flying around, it will restore some of the player's hit points when they use cards. Okay, a little bit different. A creature with the power of healing does not pierce an enemy monster. So is that also how this is described? From time to time, okay. But that one heals whenever you use a card. Okay, got it. What about you, Dark Sprite? Neutral Helper, Rough Kiss heals. This one a bit stronger than the normal Sprite. This is a tad bit more survivable, couple points with a slightly longer lifespan. Okay, neutral. Well, I think the neutral element helps it even more with survivability as well. Fairy with the power of healing, it will restore hit points to the player when an opponent uses a card. That's awesome. Okay, I can do that. They're probably useless, to be honest, because I think you take far more damage than you heal in general. So we got the Water Reaper. I could have swore this was called the Flying Lizard in the last one, even though it's a frog. Okay, we got the Rubber Froggy, which looks like the frog from Dark Souls 2. Not really. Has bat wings and a goatee. This is the Rubber Froggy. 3 stars, water type independent, stone requirement of 6, long lifespan, a little bit above average survivability. Tongue whip, bouncing attack. A strange creature that bounces along the ground, zapping enemies with its frog-like tongue, can cause paralysis damage. A cross between a rubber ball and a frog. It has staying power, and it can inflict paralysis upon its enemies. Tongue whip, bouncing attack. Alright, cool. I might make one of those. Let me actually clone. Or can I buy it? Not currently. Whoops, I meant copy. Copy. Oh, it's so expensive to copy it. Probably won't be able to upgrade it now. Okay, I'm fine with that. Even if I can't upgrade it, which I still can. Maybe I should have waited. I probably should have waited, it's fine. We'll see what the Rubber Froggy's about. Whoa, this thing's huge. Big target. Alright. Okay, we could do something with this. I got a lot of points for this. I do want to make the baby dragon. I read baby dragon. Let me just read the last one. The Hydra. Water summons. Poison mist 36. Cloud of death 30. Stone requirement, very high. A summons type creature whose poisonous breath can cause a particularly damaging poison conditions over a wide swath. I don't remember if he was summons type before. I want to say he was independent, but I don't quite remember what he did in the last one. Remember, I want to say I didn't like him that much in the last one. I remember him being tanky, but maybe that was him as a boss monster. But I think he was also tanky as an independent creature as well. If he was one, I don't know. My memory is it's pretty awful anyway. Sweep attack, poison mist. So yeah, he's just as tanky as he used to be. The breath of this 5-headed dragon contains a lethal poison which can be devastating even at long ranges. Up close, the Hydra uses its claws to deadly effects. I didn't think the Hydra had claws. I mean, mythologically, yeah, it typically does, but I thought this one was like all body. Maybe I'm thinking of the Dark Souls one. Okay, we gotta clone that at least one time so we don't run out of them. Might be able to clone that twice, so I can keep 2. Okay, so we can get both upgrades of that. Baby dragon, looking just like Icarus from Dragon Ball. But a nightmare version. Also, he looks like a mixture of Kimura dragon and Komori dragon and baby dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, Hydra, here we go. Got the Hydra. Oh yeah, it does have legs. Guess I did mix it up with the Dark Souls one. And we can de-evolve them, which waste of time. Unless you're struggling for that card, you just like you used it and don't know how to get it back. Okay, we done it. What else we got? Was it the Hagen? Oh, the Sasquatch, yeah. I'm not gonna make the Sasquatch, but let's read about it. Water summon 6 for... Oh, he is strong. He got 2 attacks, 60 and 70. Wild Swat, which is probably the Zangief Cyclone, and also the Giant Snowball. Pretty good. A barrel-chested summons creature of legendary strength. When not throwing giant snowballs at its foes, it delivers punishment with ferocious blows of its arms. An abominable snowman with a very hardy constitution, Sasquatches are normally found near large trees. They can use their powerful arms to crush their foes. And it's quite a bit weaker. It's tanky though. Quite a bit weaker as an enemy, which I am appreciative of. If Wild Swat is the same as before, it was fairly useless in the last game. Because the summon time and the setup for it. If you could set it up, maybe it was decent. I don't even think it did that much damage before. It was like kind of middle of the road damage. But I don't know. I'm down for trying all of the stuff now because stuff's definitely different from how it used to be. Alrighty, that took a while. Took a nice while. And I think what I'm going to do before I get back to the next episode is I'm going to grind a little bit more off camera. So I'm glad you guys were able to see my grind. If you guys watched the half episode, you definitely got more detail about it. But hopefully you guys, hopefully it's useful for you guys in terms of a quick and easy sort of grind. Something that's not so difficult or time consuming. So I'm gonna grind for about another 20 minutes, I'm thinking, and then I'm gonna continue on to the forest here, the Rūn forest. So appreciate you guys for joining me this time. Sorry I didn't have much action in this episode, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start next time with action. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure to take care of yourselves and your loved ones, guys. But till next time, peace.